Welcome to the movies, pal. You're the neighborhood master chaos, back with another review. We're continuing our look into the Vinegar Syndrome halfway to Black Friday 2021 sale haul. And, well, I've got a hell of a picture to discuss with you today. Let's crack into this amazing, beautiful, gorgeous Scanner Cop and double feature release. And of course, the only place to really start is with Scanner Cop, directed by Pierre David. You know, we throw around the word masterpiece quite a bit. At least I do. Now, if you're familiar with my reviews, I have a reputation for being brutally honest. And I sort of see myself as the Simon Cowell of genre filmmaking and genre movie reviews. So, when I hate something, I'm going to be honest about it. When I love something, you know it's past the Master Chaos test. And I love Scanner Cop. It is, wait for it, a masterpiece. A masterpiece. Is it the greatest movie ever made? No, of course not. But in the pantheon of Vinegar Syndrome titles, Scanner Cop is a fucking masterpiece. This is like, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is level of quality, level of production. This is like their Die Hard in terms of the films that they've released. That's how amazing, how shockingly great Scanner Cop is. Now, of course, we can't address Scanner Cop without talking about the Scanners franchise, which I am a fan of. I really am. I don't 100% love the first one, and it's mainly because Stephen Lack, the actor in the first film, is pretty much sleepwalking through the entire movie. However, Scanner Cop 2 and 3, which have nothing to do with Cronenberg specifically, are really great movies. I think those are pretty phenomenal films when it comes to the Scanners franchise and dealing with the subject matter and that specific superpower. Well, in comes Scanner Cop, which is technically part 4, and it is fantastic. It's a great cop movie, and it's a great Scanners movie. And you would think, as gimmicky as Scanner Cop sounds as a title, this is nothing on the level, nowhere near the level of cheese and ridiculousness that you get with stuff like Karate Cop or Samurai Cop. Now that fact is bolstered by amazing, jaw-dropping, breathtaking practical effects by John Carl Buechler. Without those effects, this would not work as well. But the effects really emphasize the scanner power and the power of our villain, played by Richard Lynch. But what is the plot? Let's get into the plot. No spoilers here. I'm not going to give anything too spoilery away. I'm just going to give you a brief outline of what the hell's happening in this movie. Scanner Cop is the story of Samuel, a little boy who lives with his scanner father, who has stopped taking his pills. They've run out of this ephemeral, this special medicine that controls the scanning ability. And his dad's fucking losing it. His dad is played by James Horan, an actor that I worked with on a vampire film that I co-wrote with Ron Ford, who previously had written The Fear for Vinegar Syndrome. So there you go. If Ron's brother Tom is listening, James Horan, the scanner in this, was in our vampire movie that we worked on. I think now it's called Vampire Resurrection. I think that was the retitled version of that movie. Anyway, James Horan nails it as this crazy guy, this unhinged fucking dude who is scanning his brains out. Literally, the dude is losing it. One of the most effective sequences in the movie is his hallucinations, where he sees baby heads poking out through his skull as the scanning sort of takes over his body. One effective, jaw-dropping, crazy stunted sequence later, we have established Sam as a abandoned boy. Now he is orphaned. What is going to happen to Sam? Well, he gets adopted by a nice police officer who feels sorry for the kid, and who Samuel actually ends up sort of saving his life. I'm not going to give too much away, but the cop feels he owes Sam something, so he decides to adopt the boy. Flash forward 15 years later, something like that, and Sam has become a cop. Wouldn't you know it? He's taking his ephemeral, though. He's controlling his scanning abilities until people around town are mysteriously going crazy and killing cops. Why are they killing cops? What's going on? We have no idea. People are just going nuts, killing cops at random. Well, it turns out Richard Lynch, another old pal of mine, somebody I worked with, he was a villain in one of my films, Corpses Are Forever. Amazing guy, really fun to work with. He is sort of, well, for lack of a better word, brainwashing people off the street and turning them into enemies against the police by sort of, in a Clockwork Orange sense, a Manchurian Candidate kind of sense, he's replacing the image of police with something awful, like either a monster, a zombie, or like an enemy soldier, things like that, so that they freak out and want to try to attack and kill, but they're actually killing a police officer. It's a pretty brilliant plot device, because it's not Scanner versus Scanner, it's Scanner versus mad scientist brainwashing guy. It's very interesting, and Richard Lynch nails it. I mean, he is so good in this movie it's a wonder he never really did bigger roles than the stuff he was offered. But he's amazing. He's amazing in this, and for those of you Full Moon fans, you certainly get Transfers 2 vibes, because, well, he's the bad guy in Transfers 2, and Transfers 2 has a special place in my heart. Probably nobody else would think Transfers 2, but I remembered, oh yeah, this is just like Transfers 2. He's great in that movie, and he's great in this movie. So not only do you get a compelling backstory for our Scanner cop, you really feel sorry for him, and when we meet him all grown up as Daniel Quinn, who fucking nails his performance as a Scanner cop. He is so good in this movie. Anyone else would have fucking, I think, turned in a super lame-ass performance, but this dude is so good. He's so intense, and he's so believable, and he can cry on command, and you can see, holy shit, scanning hurts, man. The dude does an amazing job performance-wise here. You pit him against Richard Lynch, and you got yourself the makings of a perfect, supernatural, psychic Dirty Harry. That's essentially what you have here. You've got a psychic Dirty Harry, and it is, not only is it a joy to watch, but it is constantly surprising. It's very unpredictable, and that's something you can't say about a lot of movies. This movie, I was like, whoa, oh shit, oh man. And I'd seen it before years and years ago. It's been a while. Constantly surprising, very unpredictable, and just a pure joy to watch.
Oh my god! Wow!
I'm not going to give any more of the plot away, but you have your bases there. It's a Manchurian Candidate kind of a situation where he has to use his scanning abilities. He has to stop taking the pills, use his scanning abilities to find out who is brainwashing all these people, and he has to do that by scanning the victims and, kind of reading their minds and figuring out what's going on. Really great, really intense. There's never a dull moment, which is something I can't say about a lot of Vinegar Syndrome titles. Never a dull moment in this thing. It is non-stop suspense, action, and I mean, it's not non-stop special effects, because they kind of reserve that for the real pop-out moments. But there's never a moment where you check out and want to look at your phone or something. This movie's pretty dang tense, and it's not a small movie. This is probably the biggest movie in terms of budget that I think. Well, maybe Beastmaster, but it's on that level. I mean, it feels like a big movie. It doesn't ever really feel small. There's a scene where they put 20 cop cars on downtown LA. I'll tell you for a fact, that's not cheap. That's not cheap. Maybe it was back then, but I can't imagine it was very cheap. And they don't skimp on the effects, by the way. You do get a head pop in this. I'm not going to say who it is. You only get one, but it's pretty great. You also get a little bit of Clive Barker-esque action in here, because I'm not going to give it away, but there's a Clive Barker-esque sequence in here that was pretty hair-raising and honestly frightening, super fucking creepy. And it's a highlight of the movie. That's something to look forward to. 5 stars. Scanner Cop, 5 fucking stars. It is a masterpiece. Oh my god, it's damn good.
Oh god, it's so good. So good.
This is the slip, of course, that comes in the slip case holder. Beautiful, beautiful slip here. That is, I thought that was, actually, no, that's Daniel. I thought that was Richard Lynch for a minute. That's Daniel Quinn, who I believe passed away, which is unfortunate. So this review is for you, Daniel Quinn, wherever you are. Rest in peace, sir. Here is the insert. Look at that head pop. Oh, so good. I'll show you what it looks like inside. It comes on 2 discs, so this is something to be aware of. This is typical. 4K. It looks amazing on 4K. Sharp, vibrant. The colors pop. Looks amazing. I mean, it looks amazing. Like you would expect it to, right? The special features are on the Blu-ray. Now, I think the commentary track is still on the 4K, but the special features are only on the Blu-ray. So if you want to watch the 22-minute Scanners documentary, which I suggest you do, it's part 1 of 2, you have to switch it over to Blu-ray. The documentary is very interesting. It's very brief, 22 minutes. It kind of charts the beginning of the idea, where Pierre David took it to, I believe, the Cannes Film Festival, and he sold it just based off of the name, and the movie was fully funded by the end of that festival, and they were already funded for a part 2. It was pretty great. He talked to a couple of the actors, a couple of surviving actors, and things like that. It's pretty amazing. It's really well done. Shout out to Elijah Drenner, the producer and the director of that. Fantastic job. Brad Henderson as well produced it. Really, really great stuff on that. But that's it for special features, really. You get a commentary track, and you get that behind-the-scenes documentary. And then you get a promo VHS trailer kind of thing. One's about 5 minutes. But the real special feature here is that documentary and the commentary track with We Hate Movies podcast, which I'll be honest, I didn't listen to. If it was the director or cast and crew, I would have made the time for it. I might circle back, because I'm definitely going to be rewatching this movie. It is a stunner. Actually, I probably won't listen to the commentary. I'll just watch the movie, because the movie's so good on its own. Scanner Cop, holy shit. Holy shit. 5 stars, man. That's it. That's my review for Scanner Cop. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. When I like something, it's just a blatant, you got to see this. This is 100% worth your time. Scanner Cop, it's right up there with one of the best things they've ever put out. And fingers crossed, I'm going to like Scanner Cop 2. Funny enough, most people say Scanner Cop 2 is better. So I'm looking forward to that. This one stars Patrick Kilpatrick. So stay tuned for my review of Scanner Cop 2. Coming right at you real soon here on this channel. This has been your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos. It's time to close the theater down. Gotta grab the curtain, pull it across the silver screen here, and I gotta clean up all this popcorn and soda I spilled.
It's disgusting.
My friend, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you do, you'll see me again. Master Chaos loves you. As a matter of fact, I love you just the way you are. My friend, I'm sending you good vibes, and I hope this video finds you well. Let me know if you like Scanner Cop. If you didn't like it, I'm curious. Two-way conversation. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. And until we meet again, please take care of yourself. But for now, the theater remains closed.